What's up, y'all? You ever just almost burned down your house? I'm not even kidding, by the way. That's happened. You know, that's happened. I've already recorded this video with this topic, and it was a while ago, and I think I'm just gonna re-record it under another moniker because now I've got something else to talk about when it comes to accountability, and I guess it also kind of just doubles as a why my videos have been so infrequent. Feels like as the new year started, I've been struggling more and more to hit the 5 video a week goal, and I honestly considered dropping it back down to 3 because you know that's what I started out as when I was in school. But I know I can do 5. I could do 5 even when I was in school. The problem was just focus and motivation. But yeah, let me give you a glimpse as to what's been going on. So like I said, burned down the kitchen. Not necessarily. It wasn't that crazy, right? It was more so just the range hood and just the soot, you know? The oven lights. Okay, so let me just tell you what happened. I tried to fry something, and my standard procedure for frying has always been to turn the stove on, warm up the oil, and chill elsewhere for a while. Since I live with my parents right now, since I've graduated, it's been like the standard procedure to be in my room because I don't just want to stand there and not be doing anything because I'm never really alone in the space. So I went to my room, and I guess everybody else left the kitchen / living room because I came back out because I felt like something was weird, and then I see a giant black smoke like at eye level, and I go and I see there's giant fire. I don't know if it's because I really don't know why, because I've done it a million times in my own apartment, in my mom's house, in this house, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know why. I really don't. My assumption is because I use avocado oil. I don't really know about avocado oil, but I know I don't really fry with it. And I know a long time ago somebody told me like, yo, don't fry with avocado oil. It's got a low smoke point or something like that. I don't know. But all I know is I made the mistake, and then I had to, you know, be accountable in case you didn't know why I'm talking about this. So, you know, had to repaint the ceiling, had to buy a new range hood, had to disconnect the old one, reconnect the new one, like reinstall it. The wood didn't line up, like it wasn't compatible, so I had to put it in the drywall. My dad was stressing the whole time. In case you guys don't know, I like live with Kratos. My father is just Kratos, like angry face and all. Like he's not like exactly Kratos because he's also really geeked all the time, but like if he's not having a good time, then he's just Kratos. Like if he's not making fun of you and then laughing at you, then he's Kratos. So like I'll be like, yo dad, like I did this, or there's this issue, like I want to know how to proceed, it's your kitchen, you know, whatever. And then it's like he just comes upstairs and like stands there and angrily looks at what I'm doing and is like, you're just gonna have to hire somebody. I don't have money, bro. My job doesn't even start till the 16th, and that's just the training. So I kind of just had to do stuff on my own, and then he'd like come and look at it, and it literally looked perfect, and he'd still just satisfactory. Okay, bro, go Sparta or Freya needs you or whatever, bro. I don't know. I also found out, you know, even though it's a plug thing, the plug is just a little too short. But oh no, it doesn't matter anyway, because my dad didn't want it plugged in the wall. He wants it hardwired. So I had to go cut the cord, get the other live wire that was in the last one, and do all that stuff. And then it wasn't working. I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't turn on. And then I had to call an electrician. I had to call around to find not like a real electrician, but someone who knew how to do electric work and did it on the side. And then he came in and he was like, oh, what's this light switch do underneath the thing? And turned it off. And then my wiring worked perfectly fine. Yeah, but it's fine. You know, it's fine now. But I'm sure you can imagine over the course of all that going on, whether it's been like mentally or time-wise, it's been difficult to have the like energy after doing something all day, trying to like fix that stuff, or just not having the time to record or edit, because I mean, I've got a couple recordings. I've had to delete a few because I'm like, whatever. But I also just don't have a lot of time. You know, I've told you guys before, my videos are long, and that's partially because I like long videos, but also because I record so much. It's just the type of content I want to produce. It's the type of content I've been producing, and it takes a long time to edit. Like, even if I've achieved pure flow state, it still takes 5 hours at minimum, genuinely. And you know, just don't have a lot of time. And you might think that's it. You might think that's it. While I've been ripping and running for this new job, there, you know, if you've gotten a job, like a career kind of job, not just like at a grocery store, I'm sure you know what it's like when you're running around taking tests and giving them this and doing that and emailing this person and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff you gotta do, you know? And that's taking up time. Also, oddly enough, or I guess I already made a Yap video on this, but whatever. The last job that ghosted me that I was really excited for emailed me again and said like, yo, do you want to work here now? And I said no for a couple reasons. I mean, one, it's never a coincidence. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence they like emailed me right as soon as I finished setting up this new job. I don't want to go back on my word with the new job. And also, if you're just gonna not tell me you didn't accept me after glazing me for like 2 days, I don't know how you treat your employees. I don't trust how you treat your employees. So I'm all right, man. And then like my grandma's coming up to me like, oh, that job is nice. Why don't you go to that job? Why don't you go back to that job? I've told you guys, my grandma's like my best friend, but like, I don't really think she listens when I speak. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Last thing that's had my attention is, I guess, really a lack of accountability. I normally don't go into depth over this, but I've spoken over the, you know, past year and a half. Not year and a half. How long has it been? October, November, December, January. It's been 11 months. No, it'll be a year in October. It'll be 2 years in October. And it's January. 8 months away? Let's just say, I think. What is it? 24 minus 8 is 16. So it's been 16 months. Sheesh. It's been a while, bro. Anyways, 16 months. Over that time, I've given you a vague glimpse into the relationship I have with my birth mother. It's not great. I mean, it's not like there's any really arguing or anything going on. There's just not really a relationship there. If she's not trying to guilt trip me or get money out of me. In 2023, I found out that she took out over $10,000 worth of credit card loans and just other stuff like that in my name. Fun. So I had to get all that canceled, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I have to pay rent. So at one point I was like, well, the bills aren't really lining up nicely, so let me just get a credit card. I know my credit's frozen from that. I froze it for 5 years, but let me try. Then I find out I still have delinquency on my credit report. Blah, 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 blah. I look, a credit company did not clear my name, even after I sent them information to clear it. I call this company. I say, yo, bro, can I get an update on what's going on? I emailed y'all in 2024, because that's when I found out about it. I emailed y'all in 2024, and you said you'd get back to me and you didn't. This dude doesn't really know what I'm talking about, but after a while he's like, oh, like, it says they called you and left a voicemail, but you didn't get back to them. I don't see them anywhere in my call history, right? And I know I was answering every call because I got calls from like Discover, and then another credit company. But okay, I'm human, I can make mistakes, and I'm not gonna put that against him, right? He's just reading the notes off the thing, so he transfers me to the fraud department. Bro, this woman has to have the 1K. Like, she has to have the 1K. because the way she was arguing with me non-stop about every single point. I thought this was customer service. You were not serving me anything but a steaming plate of attitude. We don't got to get into what she said because it'd be a long list of things, but all I know is she kept telling me that I was a fool for not reporting it earlier, which I did, that there was no like I didn't do it earlier, like there's no record of me doing it earlier, despite the other dude saying I did. She was like, yeah, just like you're cooked, like you're just gonna have to pay it off, even though they closed the account. And I'm okay, whatever. I like lock in because she's interrupting me, telling me I didn't do stuff I did. She's low-key hitting all the things that get under my skin, and I'm like, I don't want to be disrespectful, bro. And I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to laugh everything she says off, but I feel it. I feel the beast awakening. So I'm like, you know what? Submit another report, bro. I'm done. So I've got to make another police report, even though mom already has been to court a couple times. And I've got to make another FTC whatever identity theft thing. I don't know. I'm like tempted to call them back and get clarification, but obviously there were no help before. And the first time, whoever it was to be believed, either they called the wrong number, called me at 3 a.m., or they didn't call me at all. It's like they're trying so hard to not clear this debt, and it's so frustrating. So I've just had a lot on my mind and not a lot of time, and that just leads to a difficult time editing, right? You might be thinking like, man, like it's doom and gloom, really sad, and you're just moping around and all that. Well, unfortunately, that's cap. You were wrong. I feel fine. I feel great. I know, like, you know, stuff like that happens all the time. I have peace throughout it all. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, obviously I don't want to pay $1K. I didn't want to pay all that money to fix my parents' kitchen, and I didn't want to be in the situation I'm in, but it's fine. I don't have an issue. I'm not really mad at that. It's not really a thing about my mood. It's just like all this stuff and all this time is like taking away from what's really important to me, which is YouTube. I try to put out videos here and there when I can, and I did have the banger idea of showing my little brother the Minecraft world, which I had a really strong feeling would do really well, and I'm glad it did. You guys seem to like my little brother almost half as much as I do, which is a lot. So, but the reason this video is called accountability is not only the accountability of me fixing my mistake in the kitchen. Oh my gosh, my PC just went to sleep. Oops, what? Okay, it's still recording, whatever. Now holding the credit company accountable for lending out a loan in my name without me being there or my ID. Crazy, I know, but it's also about YouTube. Yes, YouTube. I need to be accountable. I hate making promises that I cannot keep, which is why I kind of hesitate on making posts on Sundays now, since I've been so busy, because I don't know what I can really upload. I don't know what time I'm gonna have. I don't know if I'm gonna get a text that's like, oh, there's some new burn damage you didn't see, you need to clean this, or the stove range hood is here that we bought, or that I bought but they picked out, you need to install it. Like, I don't know what my days look like, so I don't have a strong idea of what and when I can upload. But it's so important to me, and this, like, the idea of being a YouTuber, as in like making a stable income, not like blowing up, but just being able to live off of this, is what drives me to like push even further. I know that realistically I could just publish like one video a week and people are more or less gonna keep up to date, because like everyone tells me, even when I was publishing 3 videos a week, that I was uploading too much. They're like, people are gonna get tired of you, people or whatever. I don't care. I'm doing it because I like it, and because I just like, the more I put out there, the more people can consume. I am not locked. I'm getting so sidetracked every 10 seconds. What I'm trying to say is like, I'm sorry. I don't really like that I haven't been able to show how serious I take this, or like show how important YouTube is to me. because real life stuff keeps getting in the way. And I wish I had the excuse that I was like down in the dumps and sad, but I'm not. I just have a lot of stuff that keeps me busy. And then I've got to do stuff to make money because I got to get the bills paid, because I'm doing this for free. I'm working like 5 hours a day doing nothing, making nothing. Sorry. I know one day it'll happen, right? This is not like a pity party to increase any sort of engagement or anything. I hate that. I hope it doesn't come off that way. I'm just telling y'all what it is, because I feel like in order to hold myself accountable, I kind of need to like throw it all out there, be open with you guys, so that you can just see that I'm not just like sitting at home like, I'll upload something else tomorrow. And I don't know. I always like the idea of being open. I do respect my privacy, so that's why I'm not going into too much detail. I don't have too many photos of this burnt kitchen of mine, because I don't want you to like actually see what my house looks like. Not my house, but where I live. But yeah, it's just been a crazy couple of weeks. It's been a crazy month. It's just been a crazy new year, for being honest. The new year has been insane, and it's just been a lot to juggle. But there's been a lot of positive, especially on YouTube. I think I just saw like 250 today, which is literally half of 500. And in case you didn't know, 500 is what you need to start getting like memberships. Which, like, okay, who would ever in their right mind pay a membership for me, even though I plan to add all this stuff? Nobody cares about that, but like somebody might, you know what I mean? Like that's the first step in success when it comes to this. Like actual chances for monetization. You know what I mean? Actual chance for me to get some payback on what I've been putting in. You know what I mean? And that's exciting. Even just all the people liking the video I made with my brother, like that took an insane amount of time to edit, because I don't know why making captions takes so long, but it does. And I hate writing captions because I can't edit the video really, like I can't edit the content because I'm too busy matching up the voice, matching up the colors, because I always try and color code to coordinate the captions and all that. It just is a whole bunch. But you guys liked it, and it makes me really happy. There's been growth. There's been nice comments, even though you don't know what's going on. And I do appreciate that. But it is getting to 20 minutes. I try to make Yap videos only 16 minutes at most, but I mean, I'm just trying to keep it real, let you guys know what's going on. And that I appreciate y'all. I feel like I unnecessarily say that, like I say that way more than I have to, but it's true. But whatever, I'm doing too much talking. Sorry, I gotta pull up I always forget the Yap video outro, so I've low-key got it written down. You're loved, stay goated, please take care of yourself, and remember that you matter. This week though, because it's going up on Sunday, I hope, so that I still have 2 videos, right? This week though, I think is going to be good. I think I actually got it. I've got it down pat. I start training on my job on the 16th of February. This should, if I don't suck, this should go up the 8th of February, which means I will have not a week, but I have, about a week until I start training, which will be 8 to 5. I want to try and get in the groove, get ahead of things, so that way I can I have something to fall back on, right? I obviously will probably have to start making shorter videos, or like maybe even publishing less often. I don't like that idea, but whatever. But I think I can still keep the same groove, because I've handled a job, YouTube, and school, university all at the same time. So I'm sure I can just handle like a full-time job. But I gotta just make sure, like, it's gotta be intentional now, right? I don't have the excess spare time that I had with school, because I could kind of get ahead of stuff and then just like sit around. But a job, I mean, you don't take it home with you most of the time. I don't take this one home with me. but I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be tired when I get home. It's an overnight job. I'm gonna have stuff to do during the day. Like, I gotta pick up my brother from school now. He's doing early outs, and I love him too much to say no, so I'm gonna try and pick him up after I work out at the gym. This is gonna be a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I gotta make sure that I don't forget that YouTube exists, right? You know what I mean? So I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I know I am. I know I don't care. Like, I don't. And I know the second that it really becomes a viable option, like the second I really genuinely might be able to like survive off of this, even if it's just like a crappy studio apartment, then I will, because then it's just gonna be like bam, like I'm just gonna throw everything at it. But I haven't really seen this seed that I've planted start to flower yet. I've just gotta keep watering it and loving it, and hope that it takes off eventually. People keep saying that I'm gonna blow up. We'll see, because I don't even see the fuse lit yet, so I have no clue when that blow up is gonna happen. I don't know. But yeah, I'm talking too much still. I'm about to end it right here, but thank you for listening this long and for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, bye.